this particular boat. The order will be Desi, Rob Coley, Rob Wyatt, Aaron Hansen, Nick Berryman, Blake Bryant, Ted Sagita, Sam Munich and Peter Cowie. So the pressure is on for the Sagitas boys. The double drip boat, Desi out of the blocks. Plenty of aggression, plenty of oomph, plenty of drive, plenty of confidence. And he's Scott Munro hanging on for dear life in the silly seat. Throws it into that left-hander, bogged it down, would have lost a little bit of time in there. Goes around the Stinger Island, left himself plenty of run-off room there into the fast part of this big radius. To the far side of the track now, this right-hander, Desi doing a beautiful job through there. Line up the hairpin. Derek Sagitas, good run, 41.681.
Yeah, great time there, KV. The boat just came out and looked really good right from the start. Now we have to pass it on to his brother. Back at the trailer here, they'll change over, obviously, the driver and the co-driver, and then they'll come back out in position 7 for the next qualifying.
Yeah, look, just amazing to see how these guys are performing at the moment in this new package. So, well, we now have Rob Coley down there, the mouth fresh machine. He parked it up earlier. You can see that Karen Cowie just checking some things out down there as well. So now this business end of the day, we're starting to see the drivers and navigators for teams actually running to the fence to see how their mates are going. The crew chiefs actually starting to switch on and show a little bit more oomph about the whole deal.
Yeah, trailers are getting backed in nice and early and the boats are getting warmed up.
Yeah, they're all coming down at the same time, so can now see that the Bugs machine with Blake Bright and Kate Hoogerbrug now making their way down there. Robert White, I can see the yellow vessel of Robert White out there. Just trying to cast my eyes down there. Geez, I'll tell you what, they're starting to get a bit frantic down there in the launch ramp, mate.
There looks to be a bit of panic down there. Not a dangerous panic, but we need to get going sort of a panic.
Yeah, look, that'll be Desi Sagitas being in the 360degreebolt.com vessel. That'll be getting Desi and Scott Munro out, getting ready to put brother Ted back in, and his navigator refueling, readjusting the seatbelts because they've got a slightly different height about them, making sure the seats are right, just going through all of those motions where you double check, make sure there's not a lot of water in the boat in case something's blown, checking every bit and piece, plugging it into the computer, getting the data back from the engine analysis system within the engine so that they can make sure that everything is okay. These engines are not cheap to run when you start talking about unlimited. So go to info@oxbow.co.nz. Oxbow, the adventure company, of course, the Luggett Hotel, established in 1867. The Luggett Hotel, 034438523, open till late. Eltherm Window Systems, of course, windows to the world.
Now you see, KV, they've actually taken that boat out and they've got to take it back into the pits now to refill. They can't refill it on the ramp for the next driver to go, so that's where they're doing all their changeover. Yeah,
that's right, mate. No refuelling on the ramp, of course. When you've got these high-strung, thoroughbred type of boats, it doesn't take much, and methanol tends to go bang, and it's quite interesting because it doesn't show a flame during the daylight when it's burning, so it looks like somebody's walked into a spider web when they're on fire.
No, you did right.
Rob Coley now, mouth fresh, the best tasting toothpaste in the world. The man who developed it, the entrepreneur from Wanganui, his wife Ange Coley. He was just tickling it, had a few teething problems early in the day, came out a lot more aggressive in qualifying 5. Now in the last chance to dance, possibly into the top 9. Opportunity comes for those already on the dance floor, and Rob Coley is certainly on the dance floor, really opening up the 705 cubic inch big block Donovan that use about 28 litres of methanol per run. Rob Coley in Poison Ivy with a 41.634. That's his best run of the day. Great time of the day to be setting that down, because out of these out of these 9 boats, we are going to cull them down to 6. So Robert White and his son Conrad now coming out in the Devil's Advocate. These guys were looking pretty ragged early in the morning. The last run we saw really smoothed them down a lot.
Yeah, it has. He's putting a lot of concentration in now. We'll see how this run here goes.
All right. So Robert White still very, very aggressive. Have a look at the speed that he's carrying going up into that mouth fresh donut. Really on top of the job at the moment. Threw it in to the left-hander. Got in and out of there. Okay. Oh, nice line through there. Didn't unsettle it too much. Robert White wouldn't have been worried if it did.
Yeah, he loves to keep that hammer to the floor, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Just got the mouthful of dirt. You heard the engine hitting the rev limiter as he just kept his foot into it. That will have cost him 2 seconds easily. That was a 43.404. So Robert White will be pretty annoyed about that, because other than sticking it up on the dirt for a full 2 seconds, that was, that's just cost him plenty, but that was a really good run.
Yeah, it was a great looking run, and it's a shame he just went a bit right along there, of course.
Yeah, jammed it up there, but now we are up to Aaron Hansen and Julianne Shanks. So Rusty won. So going hard out there, the 500 cubic inch engine. So these guys had some oil pressure issues early in the day, solved the problem, and have been looking pretty good throughout the course of the afternoon, or up until then.
Yeah, some people are just struggling with that corner all day, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. The hairpin, that's the money corner. But interestingly, there's a couple of money corners in this rotation, that being one of them. Now coming into the final corner, which is also a money corner. But he got around that one all right with a 41.432.
Yeah, very good time for a good lap, really.
Yeah, so at the moment, heading in the top 9, we're going to cull them down to 6. You would suggest that Derek Seguitis and Robert White are sort of, depending on how these next lot go, they're in a pretty precarious position.
Yeah, they're going to be wanting to hope for a couple of wrong corners or something, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a race of attrition after all. So, Nick Berryman now coming out in the Riverjet machine. The boat shut down off the line during qualifying round number 4. Qualifying round 5, he got into it. Didn't seem to have the confidence in it, though. Really going to have to turn the confidence up here.
Yeah, dead right. That's one thing you need a lot of.
So, Nick Berryman and Amanda Kiddo. Lakes Lodge Wilderness Retreat. Oh, knifed it up at Mouth Fresh. That's going to cost valuable time. Oh, late around Fowler as well. So Nick Berryman, is the pressure getting to him? He's really going to have to get a hurry on. And yes, the pressure has got to him because he's taken the wrong rotation. He is now back on track again, but that has cost him a good 10 to 12 seconds.
Yeah, it's not looking good, is it, KB?
Yeah, that's going to cost him plenty. The time will tell at the end of the run. Nick Berryman late into that one as well at a 54.476. That incorrect rotation in there, he did recorrect it. The time will stand, but he has thrown it away. He is some, 12 or 13 seconds down on the times that Derek Seguitis, Rob Coley and Aaron Hansen have posted. So that will be the end of Nick Berryman and Amanda Kitto for the day, providing the next few boats stay in the water and manage to get the rotation okay. And that's, it's a hard ask against the likes of Blake Bryant, Ted Seguitis, Sam Newdick and Peter Cowie. Nick Berryman will have to have some incredible luck on his side to be able to progress into the top 6.
Yeah, you did right there, KV, and it's a shame when it gets this time of day, you're concentrating that hard that you can have a bit of a blonde moment and not know where you're going.
Yeah, I understand those blonde moments. I have them on a fairly regular basis.
It's about every 2 to 3 minutes in here, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Geez, I tell you what, you've extended our time frame.
Oh, yeah. I had to brag, I suppose.
So it is now Blake Bryant, Kate Hoogerbrug. Kate Hoogerbrug, the sales manager from Z-Fruit, and also the secretary of the NZJSA, and have been doing a wonderful job in that role as well. This engine is LS512 from GM Motorsport, Fonzie Mullen. In Melbourne, produces around about 1,000 horsepower, the hydro pump 9-inch jet unit. It is a stinger hull. Blake Bryant out of the gate like a dog shot in the bum. She's looking very confident out there at the moment. And also Harvest Transport on board with these guys. Andrew Harvey spray painters too. So Blake Bryant so wide around the stinger right-hander. I thought he was going to end up in the crowd. That was wide. In fact, if it had been cricket, they would have called it a wide.
Yeah, well, it's a great line coming out there wide. You get a great shot straight in over that wash.
And Blake Bryant across the line there, 41.373, quicker than Aaron Hansen to the top of the table at the moment. So, well, it is now Nick Berryman. He's on the bubble with 3 still to come, I dare say. Nick Berryman might as well just park it on the trailer, run the methanol out of the boat, stick it in storage until the next race meeting, which will be at Taranaki Racecourse, Featherston, in the Wairarapa on the 2nd of December. Gates open at 3, gates open at 11, be there at 10:45 to watch the gates open. All right, Teddy Sagitas, 360degreebolt.com. So it is Braden Munro doing the navigational duties. Wow, took me eyes off the track for a second, and Teddy is absolutely pushing the 680 cubic inch vessel. This is an off bit of the hairpin. Oh, nicely done. Bogged it down just a little bit, but I don't think that's going to cost him too much. Teddy looking really very confident. Into the next money corner. Money corners absolutely everywhere. Oh yeah, hit the engine limiter there at a 41.353. Ted Sagitas quicker than Blake Bryant by 0.02 of a second.
Very close.
I'm very confident about the 0.02. For the first time, I've actually made a mathematical calculation all by myself, and I'm quite happy about that.
Man, it helps when it's spelled out in front of you.
Well, exactly. Oh, however. All right, we are going to Sam Newdick now. Glenn Mason for PSP Building Brands, Clearview. These guys are these pairing. Oh, they have just performed exceptionally well, really turning up the dial now on the 572 cubic inches that they've got as the power plant. Into this hairpin, the Sprint Tech hull in and out of that nicely indeed. Glenn Mason making sure that the driver in Sam Newdick is staying true to course. They've got the communications on, which is why you do not see Glenn Mason's hand over the dashboard. Into this final run, into the final corner, the split was great. Oh, 40.045, quickest time of the day there for Sam Newdick.
So close to the 30 mark, isn't it?
Wow, that is not much in that. So it is the end of Nick Berryman. It is also the end of Robert White. It is now Derek Sagitas sitting on the bubble in P6. And we've got Peter Coey from the NZ machine, who's been into the 38s today, coming out now. So Peter Coey theoretically only needs to run better than 41.68. And Derek Sagitas is out of the top 6. Well, I'm tipping Peter Coey in the NZ machine will go high 38. And remember, this is the top 9. Peter Coey, Sharma Puttaranui into the navigator seat. Peter Coey is driving pinpoint accurately. Brand new package, straight out of the box. New hull, new jet unit, new engine, everything set up beautifully, driving it to within an inch of its life, into its natural existence, this jet sprint hull. The sprint tech on the left hand of the final corner, 38.685, and just eased it over the line.
Well, he didn't even have to go out there, caught it before he started.
So this is how it is going to look for the top 6 for the unlimited class. Slowest to fastest will be Rob Coley, Aaron Hansen, Blake Bright, Ted Sagitas, Sam Newdick, and that man, Peter Coey. All right, now we are going to go to top 6 for the Group B category. As we get the boats onto the ramp, we'll just take a very short break.